Today's video is sponsored by Sennheiser, and we're going to be taking a look at their Profile wireless system. This is it. This is the wireless system in front of me. It may not look like it, but there is so much packed into this small little brick. I'm recording into two wireless transmitters that are inside the capsule. I can hit two buttons on the side and bring out these transmitters. Now I'm gonna switch to my overhead microphone since these are down on the table. And I can also hit a button right here and pop out the receiver. Within probably 30 minutes of opening this package and working with this, I could think of probably 10 plus ways that you can utilize this setup. The first one that I want to talk about is holding a handheld microphone. Now, some people and editors like myself might say like, oh, if you want the logo showing or not, well, if you hold it like this, the logo's not showing. Yes, you can see the back, but it helps if you're not trying to show a logo while you're filming, like so. That's the first setup, is just like a normal handheld microphone. If you need a tabletop setup, now this stand does not come with the Profile wireless setup, but you can get it with different Sennheiser kits, I believe like their mobile kit. And there is a 1/4-inch thread on the bottom of the microphone. Plug my headphones back in. And now we have a tabletop setup. Any kind of microphone, camera, or lighting stand that has a 1/4-inch or just any contraption in general that you can use a 1/4-inch thread with, this can sit on. Let's take this a step further. We take a closer look. Right here we have the 1/4-inch thread on the transmitter. I screw that in. Could have a setup like this, where you have one transmitter on this, and you could pop out the other transmitter and put it on a similar stand across the table, and you have a 2 mic setup for a podcast, an interview, anything like that. Here we have an example of just putting it on the shirt. Pretty straightforward. Everybody's used to this. The other cool thing about this, though, is that because my second transmitter is inside the brick right now, you don't have to pass the mic between you two. You can just interview whoever you need to while you're wearing the other transmitter. So right here, this is me talking with it on the collar. On the back of the charging module, there are 2 magnets that you can use to put your transmitter anywhere. And these magnets are powerful enough to go through the shirt material. No collar, no buttons, no place to put the microphone easily in a good spot. Well, you have a magnet, you put that magnet, and now the microphone is there. Sometimes I'm traveling, I forget a tripod, I don't have room to bring a big bulky tripod. If you do have tripods like this, you have to be sitting down, you have to find some sort of surface to put these on where they're at your level. And the great thing about having these magnets is you could find some place, say you're staying in a hotel, that has metal, and then just clip it wherever you want to. I really wish we had mounting options like this back when I was in high school. I distinctly remember going to visit one of my friends' bands and watching them play, and they forgot a microphone stand. They had the microphone, but they forgot the stand. So what they ended up doing was duct taping a microphone to a lamp. They took off the lampshade and just took out the light and then duct tape the microphone in the place of where the light was. And with this kind of magnet, you could do that same setup, but completely exclude the duct tape if you forgot the mic stand. Magnets for the win. These do come with the 1/4-inch thread that allows you to lock a Sennheiser wireless microphone to it. Now, this lapel microphone does not come with the wireless setup as it is, but if you already have one or if you purchase one, here is another setup. If you've ever used a Sennheiser wireless microphone before, you know how these sound, you know how you would place them and things like that. So if you're looking for a more traditional lav setup, well, you can do that with these and just put this in the pocket. And here's another setup where I have my other transmitter inside the brick still. Here's my lav. I don't have to worry about going in between me and the talent and conduct your interview, right? Or you could have both people wearing lavs. Another way that I have seen these being used, where on social media, you put the hat, you take the microphone, and this is the setup. The microphone's right here, clipped onto the bill, and that's how I'm recording my audio. I've also seen it on the other side. Regardless, I do like how in today's day and age of social media, it's becoming more acceptable to see some kind of setup like this, where creators are putting more importance on the quality of their audio and at least getting a microphone close to their source so they can have good audio. For these first examples, I actually haven't been transmitting the audio to anything. I've been recording the audio internally on the transmitter. Each transmitter comes with a 16 gig internal memory, which equates to 30 hours of record time. If you have a full charge, it will run for 7 hours, but if you were to place them into the charging brick, then they'll last for 15 hours because the brick can charge the units while they are recording. The internal files recorded in the transmitter are 24-bit 48K sampling rate, and you can connect those via USB-C to your computer or whatever device and transfer the files that way. One thing I really appreciate is even though the Apple Lightning cable is getting phased out, they still give you the connector for the Lightning. They give you a USB to USB connector right here. Same thing, you just connect it into the bottom of the receiver, and right here I have my iPad. I will hit record, and then if I talk into this, the handheld microphone, recording now into the second receiver that is inside right here. That's how you would record into something like an iPad or an iPhone or any phone that had USB-C. Now I have my laptop here. I have Premiere Pro open on my audio track, voiceover record settings. In the inputs, we have Sennheiser Profile Wireless RX. I click that. You can see that my signal is coming in. There are 3 separate modes you can record from the receiver. Currently, I have it connected to my computer via USB-C, so this is kind of acting like an audio interface. The first mode is stereo, and what that does is if I tap right here, that's the right, that's the left. So they're separated right and left. The second way is mono, so they're both together on the same channel. And the last method is something they call safety. It records on the left channel the gain stage that you've set the microphones for, and then on the right channel, it goes -6 dB. That way, if you're in a situation where you don't have time to get the right levels for your microphones, the right channel is a safety that's -6 dB lower than the gain stage that's already set on the microphones. So if you're just recording one, I would highly suggest probably keeping this in safety or mono. If you're recording both, you would probably want to stick to stereo. That way your channels are isolated. Also housed within the charging unit is a cold shoe mount that has a 1/4-inch thread on the bottom of it. Pretty basic setup. I think anybody that's used a wireless system is very familiar with this kind of setup, and that's how it would work with a camera. On the receiver, you have their touchscreen. Right now, I'm only using the second transmitter, so that's why you only see that. If I want to start recording on the receiver, all I need to do is double tap, and you'll see a red mark come up, and now I'm recording. You can see that it's red here. I can also start and stop the record from the transmitter, so if I click this, that stopped my recording. There is the ability to lock this screen. So if I click here, I'm trying to hit the power off, but it won't let me. The screen is locked. So if I click this, then it's saying, hey, you need to press the button to unlock it, which is a great feature for if you accidentally bump this and you don't want to do that. So I'll tap this, click the button, and now the screen is unlocked. I want to get to the menus, so I'll swipe up. There's the mode. You can do your headphone output. That's right here. You have your out on these two. There's the backup recording. You can rotate the display, which is really cool. So if I hit on here, if I rotate, it automatically switches the display because there's a gyro in there. We have the date, time, and you can reset the factories. Click the info. When you swipe up, that's the menu for the receiver. Now there's also the transmitters. So right now I'm recording on the first transmitter, and I'm going to turn on my second transmitter, and hopefully you see it pop up here. There it is. Now, if you were to swipe from the left, this brings up transmitter 1. I'll swipe back, swipe to the right. This brings up transmitter 2. Now I'm going to work on transmitter 2 because I'm recording on transmitter 1. So you have the options of recording on and off. You can mute. You can adjust the gain here. If I click there, it goes by 1 dB. To get back, I'm going to just hit this button, and that brings me back to the menu. We have a low cut. You have the ability to turn the LED lights on and off. I actually haven't done that. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. So you can remove that distraction if you need to on a production. That's really neat. I have the memory. You can see how much of the capacity that I have left on this one. That's a basic overview of how the menu system works here with the receiver. One concluding thought I have about this system in general is I'm reminded of the past probably 10 to 15 years of my creative life where I've been either recording audio for music or recording audio for film or these YouTube videos, any of that, whether it be for personal or business. And there are probably 1,000+ examples of those past projects where instead of having to haul around big bulky microphones for, say, something like a podcast, or I just wanted to get quick audio for a YouTube video or anything like that, having something like this small brick that has the potential to record 2 people or 2 sources and have an internal backup of recording it in the microphone as well would have saved me so much money, so much time, and made those creative projects that much better because I wouldn't have been hassling with getting proper levels, chasing down signal flow issues, and the list could go on and on and on. Kudos to Sennheiser and all the engineers over there for creating a unique piece of gear that helps all of us creatives eliminate that friction from creating this thing. You set it up and it just works. You get good audio and it's not hard to deal with. So if you want to check out more about it, I'll have links in the description. Until next time, my name's Javier Mercedes. This is the Sennheiser Profile Wireless System, and I hope you're out there living a life of abundance.